yesterday we talked about setting book club expectations, and as a club, you set the expectations that you have. You all agree to the same rules, and today we're going to actually start that work of working in your book club. Yesterday we talked about one really good thing to do when you're trying to make meaning with a time period that you're not real familiar with is maybe doing a Venn diagram or a compare and contrast of the setting or the time period and now. So most of you started with a Venn diagram in your notebook. You had 2014 now on one side, and then whatever date was your setting on the other side. Well, today what I want you thinking about is how you can understand the setting of historical fiction by paying attention to what it looks and sounds like. Now, we did this earlier in the year with visualizing. We talked about how you want to use all of your senses. Well, I think you guys have been using maybe just one sense. So today we're going to not only think about what it looks like, but also what it sounds like. It's going to sound different than today. We wouldn't hear motors running. Okay? There's lots of noises around us today that we wouldn't have heard during that time period. So in your Venn diagram, I want you to start including some sounds. You've already been doing some looks like, okay, some things that you've noticed, but I really want you to think of your other senses and think about some of the sounds that you might be hearing in that time period also. So as you're reading today, you're going to understand the setting of your historical fiction by paying attention to what it looks like and sounds like. And we're going to continue to compare and contrast that time period with the current time period to help you better understand the one that you're reading about. Okay? All right. Turn and talk about one of the things that you noticed yesterday that was the same about the time period in the book that you are currently reading. Did you have any similarities? You didn't have anything that was the same in your book? Did you guys have any similarities? Oh, okay. Back to me. Sorry, this is the group that didn't get started very much, did you? All right, I'm sorry. The other group had some. You had some similarities? What did you have?
We had, they used trains back then, and they use trains now.
Okay.
And
do you think they use trains the same?
No, not
okay.
as much as they did.
And you guys are reading about the railroad.
Yeah.
So you're reading about the very beginning of the railroad, though, right? So we still have trains today, they're correct, but the trains back then were much more important in their life than the trains are today. We don't use trains as much today as we used to.
Trains carry like cargo and stuff, and then the trains back then were like for the people.
And everything else. Like
everything.
Cattle,
okay.
coal.
We use a lot of semis also now for cargo. So we don't use trains as much as we used to. But you're right, we still have trains. I think they're a little bit different. I don't think they're steam engines. I think they ran a little bit different than they were back then. I think most of them are fuel-powered engines nowadays. Okay? Any other similarities?
Then they had scalping.
That's not similar.
Something that's in the book.
Anything else? Okay, so today we're going to continue that, but we're going to add sounds, right? Okay, off you go. Hunter.